All right. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a while. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a while. I came live here on YouTube. And today I'm here. Okay. So we will be braiding this hair together. If you have any question, okay, you want to ask, please leave it in the comments and I'll be glad to attend to it. Okay. So for today's braiding, her hair is actually afro hair, and whenever I'm doing afro hair, okay, I love using this brand of braiding styling gel. Okay, and we have our comb, we have our hair packer. Okay, these are the things you will be needing. Okay, and we have some pins to help us do these braids. Okay, and we of course we have our braided extension. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, if you have any question, okay, please feel free to ask in the comments, and I will respond as soon as I see it. Okay, and what else? You can super chat us. Okay, subscribe. Okay, and like. Okay, so let's get into the video. Like I said before, these are the things you'll be needing. This, because her hair is natural hair. We have our comb, your hair pack. We've stretched her hair before now. Okay, that's very, very important. I always preach that. Okay, then here we go. First, I'm going to give a guide to what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be parting her hair. Okay, I want to have a guide. Very, very important. You have a guide. And this is my guide. Now I'm going to start parting this hair. You can see from the back of her ear. And I will go like this. Okay, having a guide where you want to do your hair is very, very important. Okay, we are having a guide so that we understand where we are coming from and where we are going. As much as you have a guide, while you braid, you can still have some adjustments. Okay, ear to ear. Okay, that was what I did from the back of her ear. When you hear somebody saying, I'm parting the hair from ear to ear, just put your comb, see the way I'm holding my hand, put your comb from the back of the ear, you go. Okay, if you're a beginner, it will give you a guide to know where you're going and where you're coming from. You can have some adjustments. Okay, hi, thank you so much. Okay, you can see I've parted this hair like into two, ear to ear. Ear to ear, very important. You have a guide. Okay, and I will come in the front side. I'm going to part it into two. I don't know if you're a beginner, okay, if you have observed when you're making people's hair, one part of their hair is always bigger than the other one. Some people have it at the left side, more hair at the left hand side or at the right hand side. Okay, we do this work on straight. Of course, it will. Okay, it will. But if you are making it on a straight hair, okay, because the hair is soft, I showed you guys the styling gel I use. This is the styling gel I use because her hair is afro, hair is thick, so we don't need any thick gel. I use this. This is light, okay? And if it's straight hair, okay, excuse me, this is the brand I use. This is the product I use because the hair is light, okay? I use this gel. This gel is a strong gel, okay? When is a straight hair, you use a strong, because the hair is light. If you add this light gel, it's going to be slippery, okay? But because her hair is strong, and you walk your way through them, all right? So, and I have a video on that on this my channel on the products I use depending on the hair texture. Okay, so today we are using this because of the texture of her hair. Okay, this works for every, once you're making any, you're braiding, okay, give your hair a guide, give yourself a guide. This will help you. All right, so just like I said, the guide can have you can adjust it as you go, okay? But for now, the guide will help you to see the hair from the point where you're coming from. Thank you so much, Pauline. Thank you, Sai. Okay, I have a guide here. I've parted the hair like into 3. Okay. I need to change this my comb because it's not really pointing the way I want. It's actually, it's pointing. Okay. Okay. This is just a guide. You are not obligated to keep this guide, okay? You can adjust as you go. But it will help you to see where you're coming from, where you're going, and how you are doing. If you make any mistake, you can adjust. And here, you can see, I'm going to cut it again from this point to the other point. This will help you with your hair pattern, okay? I'm just giving you guys a secret. If you're a beginner, okay? But if you're not a beginner, if you're a pro, you can always know where to place your hand. When you look at it left and right, you can always know where to place your hand. But if you're a beginner, okay, this will help you. I now have like I've parted this hair into 4 chunk of hair, okay, from point here to this other point. Just like I said, this will give you a guide. You will know where you're coming from and where you're going, okay? We are going to define all this as we proceed. Remember, your pattern is very, very important, okay? Your pattern is just, if you're a beginner or you've been into braiding, you understand that your pattern is is the beginning of your hair, is the beginning of the process of the hairstyling. All right, so you can see I now have 1, 2, 3, 4. It can now give me a guide. I know where I'm going, I know where I'm coming from, depending on the size you want to make. Okay, like on this back side now, I want to have 2 lines. Okay, I want to have 2 lines. Maybe here I want to have 3. Okay, 3 lines coming from here, and from here I would like to have 5 lines on each. You can now, or if you want to have 3 lines, 4 lines, 6 lines, you can now see you can now balance them. Okay, so but for this braid today, I want to have 2 lines here. I want to have like 3 lines here and 5 lines on each side in the front. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm coming. Okay. Hi, sorry. All right, so hi, thank you so much for joining. Okay, so here is our styling gel. Remember, do not over apply styling gel. Okay, do not over apply, just apply some. Just like I said, I want to have 2 braids here, so plus or minus, this is my half of it. Make sure your hands are straight. Your hands are firm and straight. Okay, you can see how I'm using this other hand. I'm from Indonesia. Hi, thank you for joining Indonesia. You can see how I'm holding this hair now. See the way my hand goes. Okay, and as you are going, you should be weighing. Okay, plus or minus, plus or minus. Okay, remember you're not a robot, so you just be doing it plus or minus. Okay, and definitely they will come out well. Okay. All right, so because I have a guide and I know how many braids I want to have on each line. Okay, so let's start. And on this base, I want to have like 4 braids. 4 braids. Okay, I want to have like 4 braids. And just like I told you guys before, you may not have noticed it, but when you part your hair into 2, you normally, I am Rose. Hi, Rose. Thank you for joining. When you part your hair into 2, normally you have more hair on one side. Okay, so let it not bother you. Maybe you are parting it, you are like, there is more hair here. Yeah, just look at the hair, cut it into 2, and forget where you have more hair or where you don't have more hair. They will all rhyme at the end of the day. Okay, because if you're looking at it, I have more hair here, let me shift my hand towards this side, you will see the pattern will not really come out well. Okay, or you just have to gaze the center of the hair, part. Okay, like here I want to have 4 braids here. I'm going to part at the center plus or minus. This is the center of her hair. Okay, I'm not going to be counting. I have more hair here and I have less hair here. All I want is to get the center of her hair, because naturally you have more hair on one side of your hair. I never knew this till I started braiding hair. Okay. Okay, because when you pull it, you'll be like, there's more hair here and there is less hair here. How do I balance it? Don't worry, they will balance themselves. I just want to get the center of her hair to have 4 braids on each side. And remember, thank you so much. You're watching from Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you for joining us. Okay, then because I want to have 4 braids on each side, then I part this into 2. Use my braiding gel to hold the line, and I part the other one into 2, you know, and I'll use my styling gel to hold the line. So as I braid, I try to define them. Okay, hope you're learning something. And as you go, make sure you don't have any hair disturbing you. Then we'll start. Okay, remember, this hair is natural hair. You have to pre-stretch it. Okay, because if you don't, the natural, that's why some people say that when they have natural hair, they cannot do normal braids. Of course, when you're natural hair, not every hairstyle is your hairstyle. Just bear that in mind. When you're natural hair, not every hairstyle is your style. Okay, so let's go. Let's start. Okay, I don't want it too big, either too small. Okay, because we are going to do knotless braid, because you want this hair to be a little bit long. So I'm going to start knotless, the braiding from the roots. From the root, holding it tight and firm. I think this is okay. So this is our braiding hair. Nigeria, thank you for joining. Okay, this is knotless braid. Okay, just keep close to my channel. You will learn how to make hair. Okay, you can start getting some small cash by the side. All right, all you just need is to get your practicing hair and be practicing. So let me show you guys how to add extension. Just watch me. You see, I'm trying to hide her natural hair inside. Then I will grab this hair and twist it inside. You can see the natural hair is disappearing inside the braiding hair. Because I want this hair to be long, I'll be adding more extension to it. And the length I want to give it, I want this place to be my guide. Okay, you can just look for something on the person's body to be your guide, where you'll be adding your last braids. Okay, to be my guide now, I want this line, let me, just like her shoulder, that is where I'll be adding my last braids, my last extension. Okay, this line in her clothes is my guide. Okay, then I'll add my last 2 or 3 braiding hair. Okay, because this will help you. You know, I'm just giving you guys some tips. Please, where are you teaching from? I'm teaching from Spain. I'm in Spain. Okay, all right. So this is my guide to where I'll be adding the last braid for her hair. Sorry, the last extension. Okay, and this last extension, I'm going to let it, it's going to be smaller than the one I added at the beginning, so that I don't have this chunk braids. Okay, you're going to give me give it to me in tiny folds, okay, like 3 times. Okay,
okay.
All right, so like I said before, look for something to be your guide, where you'll be adding the last braid. Okay,
Like this.
hold on. Okay, so okay, so
No.
no, it's okay.
Okay. Yeah. You have to pick it in. Yeah. Is she okay?
Yeah, she said she fell down. So I'm coming, guys. I have to off this live. Okay, guys, I'm coming. I'm coming. Okay, I will remove the voice, but I'm coming back. Okay, or I will just off this live stream. I will come back again. Okay, I will come back. I need to get to somewhere now. All right, I'm sorry.